Hello, my dear students. I'm so happy that you're watching this video. Today, we'll be discussing the possible questions that could appear from Macbeth, Act 5, Scene 5. Let's begin. The first question Macbeth says, Dash will laugh a siege to scorn. Is it A, the enemy's fall? B, our army's strength? C, our castle's strength? Or D, famine and ague? So what will laugh a siege to scorn? I hope you mark your answer. It is option C. So Macbeth is very confident about his castle's defense and he says that his castle will easily withstand a siege. Okay, moving to the next one. Under what conditions would Macbeth meet them darefully, beard to beard? Is it A, if his army men had not reinforced the enemy army? B, if his wife was not delusional and had hallucinations? C, if Macduff and Banquo were by his side? Or D, if he had an army of 10,000 men? So what does Macbeth say? Under what condition would he meet his enemy darefully, beard to beard? Answer is option A. Macbeth says, right, were they not forced with those that should be ours? We might have met them darefully, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. So because his army men have joined the enemy army, he's saying that I cannot confidently go and confront them face to face. Next, Macbeth says that his castle is strong, that it will easily withstand a siege. So let the enemy army lie here until dash. So when does he want, till when does he want the enemy army to lie here? Until A, they give up on their own. B, they freeze to death due to the cold weather. C, they lose their determination to avenge his wrongdoings. That is what he's saying, my wrongdoings. Or D, till famine and fear eat them up. So let the enemy army lie here until option D, famine and fever eat them up. He says, right? Till famine and ague eat them up. So ague is a disease, that is fever with shivering. Moving to the next. What noise evoked Macbeth to mull or reflect over the taste of fear? Is it A, the sound of wind? B, the cry of a woman? C, the blow of a horn? Or D, the marching of enemy army? So what noise brought about Macbeth to reflect over the taste of fear? Yes, I hope you got this answer right. It is the cry of a woman. Next, why is Macbeth not startled now like before? Why has he almost forgotten the taste of fears? What has changed now? So, if you remember, when they hear the cry of a woman, Macbeth says, I have almost forgotten the taste of fear. Right. So, why is it? I've written this as a question and answer. Now, Macbeth has feasted with horrors, and horrors are so familiar to him that it cannot startle him now. So before, there was a time where he would get startled, but now he has feasted or suppered with horrors. That direness is so familiar to his slaughterous thoughts that it cannot startle him now. Next, what did Macbeth feel before that he no longer feels now? So, something that he used to feel before, but now he no longer feels. Is it A? He would feel the chill of terror to hear a night shriek. B. Hair on the skin would rouse and stir as life were in it. C. He would shriek with fear and scream at night. Or D. He would feel the ghost and fill his mind with real horrors. So in the extract, Macbeth says, "The time has been, my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek." So there was a time that he will feel the chill of terror to hear a night shriek. So that is option A. And he also says, "And my fell of hair would at a dismal treatise rouse and stir as life were in it." There would also be a time where the hair on his skin would rouse and stir as if life were in it. So it is option A and B. Next, what does Macbeth's line, "I have suppered full with horrors," reveal about his state of mind? A. He is unaffected by fear anymore. B. He is now guilty and he seeks forgiveness. C. He has become cruel and there is no going back. Or D. He is overwhelmed by guilt and fear. And the answer is option A. Yes, that is what he's trying to say, that now he is so familiar with real horrors that such things cannot startle him now and he is unaffected by all of it now. But there was a time where he would get affected. So it is option A. Next, who delivers the news that Lady Macbeth has died? Is it A, messenger, B, doctor, C, Satan, or D, the gentlewoman? Yes, the answer is option C, Satan. So we are coming towards the very important soliloquy of Macbeth in the entire story of Macbeth. So please pay attention here. What does Macbeth mean by "she should have died hereafter"? There would have been a time for such a word. A. He is not shocked by the news of her death, but rather expresses a sense of despair. B. There would have been a better time for her to die. C. He consoles himself that it is inevitable that she would die someday and he has no time to mourn in face of impending battle. Or is it D, all of the above? And the answer is all of the above. Yes. So initially, upon hearing the news of his wife's death, Macbeth initially was very numb. And he says that she should have died hereafter. He suggested that in the past, if she would have died, he would feel pain. But now he's so desensitized by horror that it doesn't matter. And he says that she would have died someday. And now, because the battle is going on, he has no time to mourn for her. Next, why does Macbeth repeat tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow? Now we are coming to a very, very important line of Macbeth. It is so important. If you just Google the important soliloquy of Macbeth, this line is sure to appear there. So why does Macbeth repeat tomorrow, tomorrow, and tomorrow? A. To show that he has hope for the future. B. to show his confusion and emotional numbing. C, to show that life is futile and is meaningless. Or D, that there is no particular meaning. Answer is option C. So here, this is the very core of the soliloquy where he says tomorrow, tomorrow and tomorrow, where he reflects on the futility of time. So he compares life's progression to a very slow, tedious march towards death. He says that all past actions have been pointless and it is only leading to a dusty death. So that is what he means in this line. Moving to the next one. What does the phrase out, brief candle mean? Is it A, inevitability of death? A, that death is inevitable. B, life is fragile, short and insignificant. C, Macbeth losing his power. Or D, his rule as king was brief. And the answer is option B, that life is fragile, short and insignificant. So he compares life to a very short, fragile candle that is easily extinguished. Next one. Why does he say life is but a walking shadow? A, life is dark and dangerous. B, life is eternal and unchanging. C, life is not constant but keeps changing. Or D, life is an illusion and it's fleeting. And the answer is option D. He wants to say that life is an illusion. It is a mere shadow of a person that disappears without a trace. It is only an illusion. Moving to the next one. Life is a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. Explain the above line. Again, very important. So Macbeth says that life is like a poor actor who worries and performs for his hour on stage. But once his performance is done, is never heard from again. So he wants to show that human actions, no matter how grand, are ultimately forgotten and do not have a lasting impact. So here Macbeth sees a person's life as brief, insignificant performance that ends when the role is finished. So if you want, you can pause the video and go through this again because it is very important. Next, why does Macbeth say life is a tale told by an idiot? So Macbeth says that life is a story told by an idiot full of noise and anger, but ultimately it signifies nothing. This line elicits his profound disillusionment in life, suggesting that all his ambition, violence, and mental suffering have no significance, and ultimately it is just meaningless. So he says that until now, he was in an illusion. He had an illusion of life, but now he has realized that life has no significance and ultimately it is just meaningless. Next, what did the messenger come and report Macbeth? A, that the enemy army is marching towards them. B, that 10,000 army men are attacking them. C. He looked towards Burnham Wood and saw the forest moving. Or D. That their army men are joining the enemy forces. So, the messenger came and reported Macbeth that when he was standing on guard and doing his duty, he looked towards Burnham Wood and saw the forest moving. Next, if Macbeth finds out that the messenger was saying false, how does he plan to punish him? A. Push a sword into his bosom and kill him. B. Banish him away from the kingdom. C. Hang him alive from the nearest tree until he dies from hunger. Or D. Imprison him and let him die of famine. And the answer is option C. And he also says that if what you're saying is true, then you can do the same to me, which is hang him alive from the nearest tree and let him die there out of hunger. What does Macbeth realize when the messenger informs him that he saw the forest moving? A. He begins to doubt the equivocation of the prophecy. B. That he is going to lose the battle. C. That his end is near. Or D. That Donald Bain is an able ruler. So what does Macbeth realize? It is A. He begins to realize that there could be the ambiguity of the prophecy that were given by the witches. Ambiguous means could have two meanings. So now what they said, that nothing will happen to you until Burnham Wood marches to Dunsinane. And here Burnham Wood did march to Dunsinane, but he thought that he was invincible because woods cannot march to another place. Next, how is Macbeth's state of mind when he realizes that his end is near and that there is no way to escape or stay there? So Macbeth says that he is growing tired of this life and wished that the settled order of the world would end and the world would return to chaos. However, he resolves to fight till the very end. So he does not give up. He says that I will fight till the very end. But he says that he is weary of the sun and wishes that the world would end. Next, why does Macbeth resolve to die with harness on his back? A. He is ready to accept defeat. B. He would rather die fighting than surrender. C. He maintains his dignity and fighting spirit till the end. Or D. He wants to die fast and unite with his wife. So towards the end he says, at least we'll die with harnesses on our back. So he's not ready to accept defeat. He says that he would rather die fighting than surrender, and he maintains his dignity and fighting spirit till the end. So answer is both B and C. And thus we have completed all the questions from scene 5. I hope you're thorough with this scene now. Please share this video among your friends, and if you haven't subscribed, do that right now. I'm praying for each one of you. May all your dreams come true. God bless.